Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope you guys have made some awesome sales today and you just continue to grow your business. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at something that might be able to help your business continue to grow or maybe set it back and be bad for it. So that, of course, is going to be credit cards. And so we're going to be taking a look at that today. And I'm going to be showing you guys or telling you guys my experience on credit cards and if I think you should use it, what situation you should use it in, and all that good stuff. So let's just start off with what my credit score is. My credit score is around 720, so it's pretty average, I would say. Pretty good for someone who's 20 years old who only has 2 to 3 years of credit history. So I do use credit cards, guys. I use credit cards every single day. I don't use cash. So let's get into that. Why don't I use cash? Well, pretty much is I do ever since I was 18. I got a credit card right as I turned 18, right? And the reason being is I wanted to build credit, right? Ever since I was 18, I always wanted to be some kind of finance or financial person. I wanted to work in stocks or whatever. I didn't know I was going to take it kind of more of a business route, creating my own business, but I knew I needed to have credit history or a credit score and have good credit to, down the road, get a house or a car or whatever I wanted. So I started using credit cards, or my first credit card, I had like a balance of $100. I had to go into the bank, sit down, and I had to request it manually because I didn't have any credit, right? So I eventually did that, and after a few years, I was getting more and more credit cards. I would apply every chance I get for a new one. And is that necessarily healthy for everyone to do? I would not suggest it. If you can't handle money very well, especially if you're young and you don't know what you're doing with the money, please don't get a credit card because you will ruin your credit score and you will ruin your finance. So let's just touch on that. If you're going to get a credit card right now, and say you don't have a very good credit history, so you have to get one of the worst cards out there or just a beginner card, which is fine. It's totally fine. If you're 18, 19, 20, or however old you are and you don't have very good credit, starting out with a credit card is fine. Any credit card is fine, but what you guys can't do is just go and throw money into it. If you want to buy whatever you want to buy, say you just want to go out to the grocery store and you want to put down $100 on that credit card, you better have that $100 to pay it off at the end of the month, okay? Now I suggest if you're going to spend that $100, have it in your bank account. And that's what a lot of people ask me is, Nathan, you have the money in your bank account. Why don't you just use the money in your bank account? Well, it's because I can build my credit by using my credit card, okay? And also I get cash back. So this is a good thing for you guys to think of. If you're purchasing things on a large enough volume, even if you're buying, say you spend $1,000 a month on your business, right? You're getting back let's just say we get 2% cash back. You're getting back $20 just for using your credit card. Okay? If you have the money in your bank account, just pay off the credit card and you get a free $20. And sometimes they have promo offers and stuff like that to where you get a little more. Sometimes most months I end up with a little more than 2%. Just depending on what categories I buy from. Sometimes I get 3% back at a gas station or 3% back at a grocery store, and I might get 1% back on line purchases or whatever it may be. But most of the cards out there are 2% cash back, and that's pretty much the average. So why not? Why not just go out there? If you have $1,000 in your bank account and you don't want to spend any more than what you have in your bank account, then just spend the $1,000 on the card and then pay it off, and you get free money, guys. It's that simple. So that's why I started using credit cards right there, just because I could simply, if I could pay it off, and I can make free money and I can build my credit, I don't see the problem. There's no problem. I'm not one of those people. Well, let me say this. I'm not one of those people that goes out and just spends money crazy. There's people that do that. I don't know how they do that, but I'm not one of those people. I do make some questionable purchases at time, but I do have the money to do it. You see these, that's right here is the full set of Naruto manga. I spent $130 on them. I love Naruto. It's something that, is very near and dear to me. I love watching that show. It's my favorite show of all time. So I was like, you know what? I've always wanted it. I'm going to spend the money on it. I don't spend a lot of money on myself, right? And I've had a great month. So I decided to buy it. Why not? You pay yourself a little bit of money at times. Buy something you guys like, right? Now, if you were to do that with every single show you liked or every single video game you wanted, you would be so much in debt that you wouldn't be able to pay it off, right? So then you'd be paying, say you have $1,000 on your credit card, right? Most credit cards have around a 25% APR if you have a new credit card. And even if you don't, my credit cards right now that I have are still 25% APR, right? And so if I don't pay it off, then I'm going to be paying $250 a month on that $1,000. Now that's not talking about 0% APR cards yet, but If you have a normal card that's paying 25%, you guys, that's insane. That $1,000 you just spent, you just added another $250 onto it, and then you add another 250, and then another, and another, and you will never ever get out of debt. And that's why people shouldn't use credit cards if they don't know how to use them. Now, you guys are watching this video, right? You want to pursue a business, you want to grow a business, you want to, just continue to be a smart person and be smart with your finances. That's fine. I don't mind you guys getting a credit card, and most of the people watching this video will probably be able to handle $1,000 credit line, $500 credit line. Now, once you get up there, it gets a little bit more enticing when you have $10,000 credit line, $15,000 credit line. My highest was $12,000, and it gets a little more enticing. But you just got to think, I'm not going to do anything with this stuff, right? I want to build a business. I'm going to use a credit card to build my business. So when I go out to Target or Ross or Kohl's or Goodwill or wherever I'm going to buy my stuff, and maybe I don't have $500 in my bank account. What if I don't? What if I just don't? For whatever reason, I had to pay off my credit card. I don't have it. I can use my credit card, right? I use everything on credit cards, guys, because I think it is a good opportunity. Even if you don't have the money, say you're a brand new company and you need, I don't know, $500 to say there's just amazing deal and you need $500, but maybe you just don't have it. Put it on your credit card. I guarantee you at the end of the month, say you have $300, you just need an extra $200. At the end of the month, you should be able to get that if you're just constantly working on your business. And if not, it sucks, but you at least tried, right? You at least try to get that 200. Now, if you're like, whatever, I don't really care, then it's not worth it. If you're not going to put the time and effort into building this business, do not touch credit cards, right? So the next thing I want to touch on is the most important thing with credit cards, I think, is zero APR, guys. And this is really why I started building my credit, because when I started, I couldn't get a 0% APR credit card. And a 0% APR credit card is basically you don't have to pay any interest for a certain amount of times. There's like 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 15 months, and 18-month credit cards pretty much. Most of them are about 12 to 15. There are some of the lower ones. I've never had one, but I have had one 12-month 0 APR card, a few 15 months, and I have an 18-month. The one I just got is an 18-month 0% APR credit card. So what that means, guys, is when I have a balance on that card, I don't have to pay interest on it for 18 months. So if I have a $1,000 line of credit, so I have $1,000 on that card and I don't pay it off, I don't have to pay interest on it. It's just $1,000. It's just sitting on the card for 18 months. I don't have to pay it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and buy a $1,000 TV and just put it on the card just because, I don't have to pay it off for another year and a half, right? So don't do that. Don't think of it like that. If you put $1,000 on that card, you want to make that $1,000 back this month so you can become cash flow positive, right? That's really what you're aiming for. If you're going to put stuff on a credit card, you want to become cash flow positive. You want to be able to take that money in your bank account, put it, and immediately pay off the credit card. That way you don't ever have a balance, right? And that way you can just continue to grow and grow that business to where you can just have cash in your bank account at all times. And that you can kind of branch off and kind of just continue to grow your business in other aspects in different ways. So you're doing Amazon. Okay, well now you can do eBay. Okay, well now you want to do more of an online marketing, or sorry, not marketing, but online. Maybe you want to do marketing. Maybe you want to do marketing. Maybe you want to market your own brand. Maybe you want to create your own brand, right? So then you can branch off that. There's many different ways to do this, and I think a credit card is a very good way if you use it right. I have used a credit card since I started my business, and I'm not cash flow positive yet, and I've kind of taken some dips along the way. Right now, I'm going pretty high up. I feel like I'm doing very good. I just paid down half my debt just this month, just because this month's been so good, because I put in the work. I put in so much work last month and this month to pretty much make this month so good that I feel like I'm moving forward, and I just cut my debt in half, and I can get it done. I have to pay it off by January. My 0% APR on one of my cards ends in January. So I have to pay off that in January, and I've already cut it in half, and it's going to be very easy for me to do. And that's just something that I want you guys to kind of think of, is if you can build your credit, eventually you can get these amazing credit cards that pay 2% cash back, and you have 18 months to pay off all your stuff on it, okay? And that just gives your business more versatility to grow in the future, and you're not stuck to your paycheck or whatever you have left over on your paycheck. Well, you can now use that credit card, right? So I think that's something to kind of consider. If you're not very good with money and you kind of like to spend it all over the place, well, that's something you need to address with yourself. That's kind of like a internal thing. No one else is going to be able to help you with that. You kind of just have to have the mindset of, I'm not going to spend any money on myself other than for my business. That way, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, I didn't have that item that I really want. Well, now I can just purchase it outright because I have the money to, because my business has grown so much that I can actually buy that item. So I think that's just something you need to think of, is you don't need that thing. You don't need that TV. You don't need that car. You don't need whatever it is right now. Okay. Now, of course, like I said, I bought these cameras inverted. I bought these things because I wanted them, because I love the show. It's just something I wanted. Should I have bought them? Probably not, but it's also something I can make money on in the future, so that's kind of why I bought them. If I wanted to sell them, I could. But always, you want to treat yourself at times, but you never want to go crazy, right? So just remember, you can always have that thing in the future once you grow your business, once you become wealthy, once you become successful, and that's something you guys need to remember. So if you guys have any questions for me, definitely comment down below. I'd love to talk to you guys about credit cards. If you guys use credit cards, if you become, overwhelmed with the amount that's on how much your balance is, just let me know. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys down below if it's definitely helped or hurt your business or your personal life with your personal finances and stuff like that. So if you guys enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, please hit that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day and good luck selling.